Okay, ngayon alam mo na kung ano yung ibig sabihin ng donation, ano ba yung essence ng isang donasyon. At alam mo na rin kung ano yung mga theories behind donor's tax. Now, magpunta na tayo doon sa computation side ng donor's tax. So, nakikita mo sa screen mo ngayon, ito yung formula para sa donor's tax. Pero, please take note na this is the first donation during the year. Sir, anong ibig sabihin yan? Mamaya malalaman natin kung bakit may first donation during the year at meron pang ibang formula. But for now, please appreciate the formula. Okay? So, first row natin is the gross gift. Gross gift. Okay? So, yan yung fair market value nung regalo prior to any deductions. Gross gift. Then, ililess natin yung mga deductions. Okay? And then, gross gift less deductions equals the net gift. Okay? Net gift. Okay? Then, sa net gift, meron tayong ililess na 250,000. And this is called the exemption. This amount is fixed. Okay? Fixed ito, 250,000. So, remember, exemption, 250,000 pesos. By deducting the exemption dun sa net gift, dun na tayo mag-a-arrive sa taxable net gift. Okay? Which would be the basis of our tax rate of 6%. Uy, 6% na naman. 6% to arrive at the donor's tax due. Okay? Donor's tax due. And then, ito naman yung formula mo kapag meron kang succeeding donations within the calendar year. Yung kanina kasi, para sa unang donation mo yon within the calendar year. Pero, kapag napaka-generous mo, okay, pwede ka naman magkaroon ng iba pang donations within that year. Kaya, kailangan nating i-modify ng konti yung naunang formula to adapt doon sa mga succeeding donations mo. And ito yung formula para doon. Okay, for our first line item, the current gross gift. Tinawag na current gross gift yan kasi iyan na yung gift mo doon sa succeeding donations. If you have 2 donations as of this time, okay, so yung ilalagay mo lang muna dyan, yung pangalawa. Okay, wag muna yung una. Kasi na-file mo na rin naman yun, di ba? So yung current muna, current. Tapos, i-deduct natin yung current deductions from the current gross gift. Ito yun. Pag na-deduct natin yon, we will arrive at the present net gift. Present net gift. Okay? And dito na papasok yung twist sa formula natin for succeeding donations within a year. Nakikita mo dito, add prior net gifts. Remember, dun sa first and second row natin, ito, saka ito, nagpo-pertain lang ito doon sa current, okay? Sa succeeding. Pero, dito sa pang-apat na row, okay, idadagdag na natin yung na-file mo na before. Bali, kung pangalawa mo na ito, tapos nag-file ka na nung una, yung first, i-add mo dito. Ito yung prior net gifts mo, yung mga naunang gifts mo. Okay? Pag na-add mo yung current at yung prior net gifts, mag-a-arrive ka na sa total net gifts. And then, ililess natin yung 250,000 na exemption, which is fixed, hindi nagbabago, to arrive at the taxable net gift na ito. Okay? Ayan, taxable net gift na magiging basis na ng ating estate tax due by applying the 6% tax rate. Okay? So, yung taxable net gift times 6% is the donor's tax due. Okay? And then, dito na ulit papasok yung isa pang twist natin. Remember na yung donor's tax due mo na ito, okay, oo, kinumpute mo yung current, pero dinagdag mo rin yung prior net gifts mo. So, yung tax na nandito, okay, para sa dalawang period na yan. Okay, tama. Pero, remember na, doon sa prior, dito sa prior, nagbayad ka na. So, yung binayad mo dyan, ide-deduct mo doon sa donor's tax due para mag-arrive ka doon sa donor's tax still due or donor's tax payable. Kung ayaw mo ng formula na to, nung presentation na may current gross gift pa, present net gift pa. Okay, so i-compress natin para mas maging madali para sa'yo. Okay, sobrahin muna natin to. Bura. Yan. Okay, so yan. Sabi natin kanina, okay, na yung unang line item, current gross gift. Pero kung gusto mo ng shortcut, okay, huwag mo nang gawing current to. Okay, ilagay mo na lahat ng gifts mo dyan. First, plus second, plus third, and so on. Okay, ilagay mo na dyan. Tapos, itong deductions na ito, kunin mo lahat ng deductions from first, second, third, and so on, if meron. Okay? So, pag dineduct mo, yung lahat ng deductions sa lahat ng gross gift mo, okay? So, ito, magiging, wala ng present net gift. Tapos ito, wala na rin ito, no? So, wala nito. Ang kalalabasan na ay yung total net gifts mo. And then, the same na lang rin naman, deduct mo yung 250,000 exemption para mag-arrive ka sa taxable net gift. Apply mo yung 6% tax rate, okay, para mag-arrive ka doon sa donor's tax due. And regardless naman kung yung first, yung kanina yung ginamit mo or yung ito, pareho lang naman ito donor's tax previously paid, okay, to arrive at the donor's tax payable. Ayan, you have two options You have two options on how to do it. Una, yung kanina, yung merong current. Okay? Yung merong current, yan. Tapos, kung gusto mo naman ng mas maikli, ito, gawin mo yung ginawa natin na yan para itong mga ito, wala na. Okay? Ngayon, alam mo na yung formula. Dapat mo nang malaman kung ano ba yung mga dapat isama, syempre. Okay, hindi naman lahat ng regalo kailangan taksan. Hindi naman ganun kasama ang gobyerno, 'di ba? So meron lang mga bagay na tataksan at meron mga bagay na hindi tataksan at dito natin malalaman 'yon. Una, yung excluded gifts. Okay, nakalagay na dito, disregard. Okay, so ang ibig sabihin nito, pag nakita mo tong mga items na ito sa exam o kahit saan man, okay, huwag mong papakialaman. Okay? Una, donation abroad by non-resident alien. Sabi nga natin doon sa first discussion, okay, na yung non-resident alien, itatax lang siya sa mga donations within the Philippines. And yung intangible personal property pa, subject to reciprocity. Kaya yung mga donations niya abroad is disregarded, hindi pinapakialaman. Next, donation of intangible personal property by NRA under reciprocity clause. Yan na nga yung sinasabi natin, di ba? Na kapag ka merong reciprocity clause, merong kasunduan, so yung benefit na yon ibabalik natin doon sa mga resident ng foreign country na yon. Kaya kapag merong reciprocity, okay, tapos may given na intangible personal property yung NRA, non-resident alien, di-disregard mo yon kapag may reciprocity clause. Third, donation mortis causa. Nasa last part ng first discussion sa donor's tax. Bakit mo i-disregard itong donation mortis causa? Okay? Dahil ito ay para na sa estate tax. Okay? Estate tax. And same sa fourth bullet natin, property transfer in contemplation of death. Kung naalala mo pa, okay, kahit buhay pa yung nagbigay, pero binigay niya yon in contemplation of death dahil natatakot na siya sa kanyang impending death. Hindi yun subject sa donor's tax, and rather subject yon sa estate tax. Then, last bullet, property transfer subject to revocation. Kung maaalala mo rin doon sa first discussion, okay, yung example nung tatay na magbibigay ng kotse sa anak niya, ay nagbigay na ng kotse sa anak niya, pero may kondisyon na mapapasa kanya lang kapag na-fulfill niya yung condition. Okay, so ang ibig sabihin nga noon, may reserve power, so hindi pa entirely completed yung donation. So may reserved powers, reserved authority pa rin yung nagbigay, and in that case hindi pa completed yung donation. Okay? Hindi pa completed yung donation, pwede pang ma-revoke yon, and hindi pa yon subject sa donor's tax. Kaya kapag may nakita kang property transfer subject to revocation, hindi yon kasali. I-disregard mo yon. Ito pa, yung ibang excluded gifts, mga dinidisregard. Okay, property transfers under GPA if debt-related. Again, debt-related. Property transfers for inadequate consideration if death-related. Debt-related. Again, itong mga debt-related na to, okay, in contemplation of death ay subject sa estate tax. Sale or exchange of real property held as capital asset. Remember, sa first discussion, yung mga na-subject na sa CGT ay hindi na subject sa donor's tax. Okay? Next, transfer of property through bona fide sales, arm's length transaction, and those in the ordinary course of business. Ang ibig sabihin kasi niyan, hindi niya naman dinonate. Okay? Kahit na may discount, kahit na medyo mababa ng konti yung selling price over fair market value, okay? Hindi niya intensyon na ibigay ng palugi, rather in the ordinary course of business pa yon. Okay? So lahat ng transfers na bona fide sales, okay, arm's length transaction, and in the ordinary course of business ay hindi subject sa donor's tax. Certain subject na tax yun, hindi sa income tax na yon. Okay? And then lastly, gratuitous rendition of service. Pag nagregalo ka ng service, hindi yon taxable. Kapag ka nag-volunteer ka, okay, nag-donate ka ng oras mo, ng hard work mo, hindi yon subject sa donor's tax. Now, mapunta naman tayo dito sa mga exempt gifts. Kanina, excluded gifts. Yung excluded gifts, i-disregard mo. Huwag mong pakialaman. Hayaan mo lang. Pero itong exempt gifts, okay, included ito but zero net effect. Ang ibig sabihin, kasama doon sa gross gift at kasama doon sa deductions. Una, gifts made to the national government or any entity created by any of its agencies which is not conducted for profit. Ayan, not conducted for profit. Ayan, so parang may naisip ka na naman na kamuka. Sir, PTPFU, property transfers, FPU pala, for public use, estate tax, no? So, same doon, property transfers for public use, kasama sa gross estate and sa ordinary deductions yun, di ba? Sa estate tax. And dito, ganun din, kapag ka nag-donate ka doon sa national government or any entity created by any of its agencies, pero may condition lang, which is not conducted for profit, okay, is an exempt gift. Ibig sabihin, itong item na ito, kasama sa gross gift and kasama sa gross deduction. Zero net effect. And another one, exempt gifts pa rin tayo, included but zero net effect. Yung mga regalo daw in favor sa mga ito, sa mga non-profit institutions na ito. Mga educational, charitable, religious, cultural, social welfare, accredited NGOs, non-government organizations, trust or philanthropic organizations, and research institutions. Again, yung mga regalo daw sa mga non-profit institutions na ito, okay, ay exempt. Okay? And pag sinabi nating exempt, kasama siya sa gross gift at kasama rin siya doon sa deductions, leading into a zero net effect. Pero, meron tayong requisites para doon sa sinabi nating mga non-profit organization. Okay? So, una, dapat daw hindi more than sa 30%, tanggalin natin to. Yan. Not more than 30% of said gifts shall be used for administration purposes. So, dapat daw, okay, hanggang 30% lang nung net gifts na yon yung gagamitin para dun sa organization's administration purposes para makonsider siya as exempt gift. So, sir, in essence, anong ibig sabihin yan? Bakit meron pa tayong 30%, 30%? Okay. So, in-establish kasi yung ibig sabihin, yung 30% na yan for this reason. Nagbigay ka pa ng regalo. Pero for administrative purposes lang palong nung NGOs na yon. Halimbawa, nagbigay ka sa isang charitable organizations. Nagbigay ka, tapos pinampasweldo lang pala ng mga empleyado. Instead, na yung binigay mo, gagamitin as charity work para dun sa mga nangangailangan. Okay, so in essence, dapat yung pagbibigay mo, yung generosity mo, yung pagtulong doon sa nangangailangan, hindi doon sa pagsuporta sa mga empleyado ng organization na yun. Kaya meron itong 30% threshold. Again, in essence, dapat nakatulong ka pa rin. What if 70% yung binigay mo sa administrative purposes? Hindi parang sinuportahan mo lang yung organization pero hindi mo sinuportahan yung cause. Okay? So ulit natin, not more than 30% of said gifts shall be used for administration purposes. And pangalawa, the not-for-profit institution must be accredited by the Philippine Council for NGO Certification, PCNC. And ito yung characteristics ng mga non-profit institution. One which is organized as non-stock entity. Okay, non-stock entity. Paying no dividends. Syempre. Okay? Syempre, wala nga kinikita, magpipay ka pa ng dividends. Governed by trustees who receive no compensation. Okay? Again, trustees, hindi ng directors. Trustees. And receives no compensation. And lastly, devotes all income, whether students' fees or gifts, donation, subsidies, or other forms of philanthropy to the accomplishment of the purposes enumerated in its articles. Basta ang iisipin mo, kaya nagkaroon ng tax exemption yung mga donations sa mga non-profit institutions dahil nire-recognize ng batas na yung pagtulong sa kapwa dapat hindi nataksan. Kaya meron tayong 30% threshold, tas dito sa fourth bullet natin, devotes all income to the accomplishment of the purposes enumerated in this article. In its article. Okay? So, yun lang yung main reason nun kung bakit sila naging tax exempt. Kasi, hindi na dapat taksan pa yung pagtulong o yung kawang gawa sa mga nasa komunidad. Yung sinabi natin kanina, generally, sila yung mga exempt. Pero ito, ililista naman natin yung mga institutions, okay, na expressly stated under special laws na kapag ka nagkaroon ka ng donation sa kanila, magiging exempt gifts yun. First is the Rural Farm School, PTV, okay, People's Television Network, People's Survival Fund, Aurora Pacific Economic Zone and Freeport Authority, Girl Scouts of the Philippines, Boy Scouts of the Philippines, Philippine Red Cross, and Tubataha Reefs National Park. National Commission for Culture and the Arts, Philippine Normal University, PNU, University of the Philippines, UP, National Water Quality Management Fund, Philippine Inventors Commission, Ramon Magsaysay Award Foundation, Philippine American Cultural Foundation, International Rice Research Institute, Task Force on Human Settlements, National Social Action Council, Aquaculture Department of the Southeast Asian Fisheries Development Center, Development Academy of the Philippines, DAP, Integrated Bar of the Philippines, National Museum and Library, Task Force on Human Settlement under PD 297, Dual Training System under RA 7686, to Philippine Government for Scientific, Engineering, and Technological Research, Inventions, and Development under RA 1606, Archives of the National Historical Institute, Museum of Philippine Costumes, Intramuros Administration, and Southern Philippine Development Administration. Yan, kapag nakita mo yung mga yan, mga organizations na yan, institutes na yan, lahat ng donations dyan ay exempt. Included sa gross gift, but included din sa deductions, leading to a zero net effect. And finally, meron tayong taxable gifts. Ito yung mga gifts na included sa gross gift. Okay? Gross gift. So, ito na yung talagang tinataksan. Dalawang kategory, okay? Or actual gifts, which lies the ordinary gifts. Donation inter vivos, okay? While still alive. And gratuitous property transfer actually made in the year by the donor. Actual gifts, literal na gifts. Halimbawa, binigyan ka ng kapatid mo ng laptop noong graduate ka. Okay? Or binigyan ka ng tito mo ng kotse noong nag-21st birthday ka. Yon, actual gifts yon. Literal na gifts. And then, meron tayong transactions deemed gifts. Okay? Deemed gifts. Una, condonation of receivables. Okay? So, merong may utang sa'yo. Okay? Pero hindi mo na pinabayaran, hinayaan mo na lang. So, parang regalo na rin yon. It is deemed a gift. And property transfer for inadequate consideration. Ito nga yung sabi natin kanina, na kapag yung fair market value ay masyadong mataas compared sa selling price, yung difference na ito can be deemed a gift unless this transaction is a bona fide sale. Okay? Unless it is a transaction in the ordinary course of business. Mapunta naman tayo doon sa mga deductions from the gross gift. Okay? So, sabi nga natin doon sa formula, gross gift less deductions equals net gift. Okay? Net gift. So, yung deductions from gross gift ay ito. Mortgage on the property donated and assumed by the donee. Amount specifically provided by the donor as diminution on the property donated. Okay? So, ang ibig sabihin lang ng mga deductions ay ganito. Nabawasan yung economic value ng property nung i-donate. Halimbawa, binigyan ka ng kotse, pero sabi ng donor, saluhin mo na rin yung natitirang mortgage dyan, yung natitirang utang. Binigyan ka ng 1 million worth na sasakyan, meron pa palang 500,000 pesos na mortgage. So, yung economic value nun ay bumaba. Oo, 1 million nga yung value na natanggap mo. Pero, babayaran mo pa rin naman, nagkaroon ka ng utang na kalahating million. So, yung kalahating million na yon, 500,000 na mortgage, would be considered a deduction kasi yung economic value, okay? Net economic value ng property na natanggap ng donee ay nabawasan dahil doon sa mga mortgages na yon, deductions and diminutions. Siyempre, meron din tayo mga excluded deductions, pati exempt, tsaka yung mga allowed deductions. Again, pag sinabi nating excluded, di-disregard mo yon, okay? Pag nakita mo, ay hindi mo papansinin. At yung mga example na ito. Liabilities and charges, LNC, on exclusive property when donation is conjugal. Ang ibig sabihin lang yan, kapag yung mag-asawa, okay, nag-donate sila ng properties, okay, na conjugal or common sa kanilang dalawa, okay, yung mga liabilities and charges, for example, mortgage, nung mga exclusive property nila na hindi naman binigay, ay hindi kasali. Diba? Obvious naman yun, diba? Okay. Next, LNC of NRA abroad. Sabi nga natin, hindi natin papakalaman yung donations abroad ni NRA, yung corresponding LNC rin nun, hindi rin natin papakalaman. Next, LNC of intangible personal property of NRA under reciprocity clause. Sabi nga ulit natin na yung mga intangible personal property daw sa Philippines ng NRA, kapag may reciprocity clause, hindi natin papakialaman, hindi natin tataksan. Therefore, hindi rin natin papakialaman yung mga liabilities and charges pertaining to that intangible personal property. Encumbrances not assumed by the donee, ang ibig sabihin lang yan, ito. Yung example natin kanina, binigyan ng 1,000,000 worth na kotse, yung donee. Pero, imbis na ipasa doon sa donee yung mortgage na kalahating milyon, sabi nung donor, hindi, ako pa rin ang magbabayad niyan, galante ako. Ibig sabihin, hindi nabawasan yung economic value nung donation kay donee. And last, diminution on the property not complied with by the donee. Ang ibig sabihin lang nitong diminution, okay, ito yung mga charges, okay, mga charges na nagpapababa doon sa economic value ng property na natanggap. So, same lang yung concept niya doon sa mortgage na kanina pa natin pinag-uusapan. So, ano naman yung mga included deductions, okay, included deductions. Ito, part na siya ng allowed deductions. Part na ng allowed deductions. 1. Yung encumbrances on gifts assumed by the donee. Assumed. Kanina sabi natin, excluded, hindi kasama yung mga hindi assumed. Okay? So, dito, yung mga inassume na encumbrances, liabilities, and charges ay part na ng deductions. Yung diminutions daw, okay, na complied by the donee, and exempt gifts. Naalala mo? Nilista natin yung mga exempt gifts, yung mga kasama sa gross gift, pero kasama rin siya sa deductions, okay, para zero net effect. Included siya as deductions, yung mga exempt gifts. The unconditional exemption, balikan natin yung formula, sabi nga natin doon, may fixed amount na 250,000. Okay? So, parang kamukha nito yung standard deduction na 5 million sa estate tax. Basta remember, regardless, okay, kung first man or succeeding donations, sa donor's tax may 250,000 na unconditional exemption. That's all for the gross gift and the deductions sa donor's tax. Compared sa estate tax, minimal lang ang coverage ng donor's tax, kaya maigsi lang talaga ito. On the next discussion, magdi-discuss na tayo ng mga sample problems relating to donor's tax.